Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Libra, waxing to the full moon in Aries, September into October 2022. I am your reader. Mark Angelo, Lyons, MAL for short. They are my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 24 years in service at the time of this recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, which is now available on Kindle, has been for a year. There is a link in the description box. You can preview it for free. I am also a creator on Patreon. Patreon.com/drawingthecircle, a lovely subscription service for us creative types. Cardinal fire, creative fire that the Aries is in the zodiac. I'm Virgo, mutable earth, and having a lot of fun over there, building a community. My subscribers, my subscription tiers, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses, soon to be mystics. I'll get around to it. Having a lot of fun over there. We chat every morning with an unlisted YouTube link just for my patrons. They could chat with me. We talk about the day's astrological weather, the spiritual implications of said weather, the magical application should you want to tweak some things as you go along. And we always end with a little prayer, a little meditation. It's a lovely way to start my day, and I know my patrons are enjoying it as well. They also have access to all of the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube, past, present, and future. A lot of benefits over there. So if you feel the intuitive tug to do so, we've got some really nice Aries people on there, by the way. Go check it out and come Patreon on Patreon. Come Patreon with the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that you certainly can just call Mal. Hey. Lisa Loeb, white courtesy telephone. I had a contact lens. If you follow my community tab here on YouTube and on Instagram, my right contact lens wanted a career of its own. It took a swan dive down the bathroom sink. Okay, so I went to Lens Crafters, got myself old lenses, my old Ray-Bans. The frames were cracked. They put them in some Calvin Kleins until I get my new contact lenses. So until then, live it up, right? I've had glasses since first grade. Talk about torture, societal torture. So that being said, let's get down to biz, shall we? A 5-card draw is just one card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. Therefore, a timed read, not a timeless read, but you can go back in the playlist and look back at other waxing moons. I also do the 8-card draw for the waning moons, the full to new. These are the new to full, and I'll tell you why. These 5 decks that we're using represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. We are Captain Planet to help you align, clarify clues, tips, and hints about a seed to plant at the new to help it grow in full. Now, we're going to talk about that astrological thing in a minute, but I want to say the shadow reads that I did, I had false information about the astrological timeline for that one. I said that it was a new moon in Libra on Friday. It's not. It's a new moon in Libra on Sunday. Computer glitch at the time when I looked it up, and that is on September 25th. 5:54 p.m. But I will say a new moon in Libra on a Sunday is success, 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 right? Libra, second house dynamic, right? Love, romantic partnerships, legal things. 7th house ruled by Venus, your opposite sign. But on a Sunday, a day of success, a day of healing, a day of vision. So still a really banner day for if that's the kind of love you're looking to have in your life, or at least one-on-one relationships, and then planting that seed and watching it grow to the full moon in Aries, your full moon of the year, Sunday, October 9th, 4:55 p.m. all-time Eastern. I am in New York, and I'm trying to move to Saratoga, but it's taking longer than I thought it would. So I might be here on Long Island for a bit longer than I wanted, but we don't always get what we want, but we always get what we need, right? Meh. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to find out where your leverage is, right? Your sun might be in one situation, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and others. different seeds you want to plant, or maybe they have different points of view about one particular heart's desire, element of fire, that we're going to start with the first card down, to help you plant that seed wisely and well, and to have some return on that spiritual, magical, law of attraction, whatever you want to call, manifestational investment. Yeah, you want to return on your investment with all this stuff. So, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the best that I can to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to help you manifest your heart's desires. Because as you fulfill your heart's desires, you're helping everyone, including, by the way, the cross watchers. If you apply what's in this reading for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, not only will you be healing, you'll be helping to heal the Aries collective that you are cross-watching for, as well as the entire Aries collection, because we're all one, and this is just another way of looking at the evolution, the spiritual evolution of human kind, spiritual awakening process. Call it what you want. Enough explanation. Let's get to divination. Please take a nice deep breath. That was a mouthful. That's what he said. Still point. Here we go. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south for the element of fire, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, please, what is their element of fire? Obviously, for the fire signs, this could be their leverage, what they yearn for, what they burn for. As I call to the ancestors, first read of the series, the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. It's a different vibe, a different tribe for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, to help them clarify their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire, to plant the seed, new moon in Libra, and have it manifest at their full moon, September into October 2022. Imagination. Now, Aries rules the head, right? So imagination don't happen down here. It happens right up here in the third eye. The spell fragment. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Now, that word divine, not everything spiritual is divine, right? When you start talking divinity, you've stepped into the mystical category, not just the spiritual. Everything's spiritual, but not everything's necessarily divine, right? The question of velocity, right? Vibration, altitude, and all that voltage, right? So, to open up your imagination, to set yourself free, because we certainly know how our imagination can wrap us in chains. Chains of illusion, chains of fear, not ultimately real, but nonetheless, it's a power that we can use. Imagination is often a hallway that brings us into, let's just say, extra-dimensional experiences, like the difference between a daydream and a sleeping dream, right? It's all that same third eye faculty. All right, interesting. Very general. You could be imagining all sorts, but to give your thanks to the divine ones as a result of that, that's something else. This could be vision and prophecy and all that jazz. So let's anchor it with a crystal oracle. Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, one of two bookie book reads for this 5-card draw, to help you ground it. If you have the stone indicated and you want to use it as an amulet, a totem, a touchstone, right, a little piece of jewelry, anything will do, though. Go grab a rock from outside. If you don't have it, it's no big deal. Clear quartz does everything. Let's ask Archangel Ariel what the message and perhaps the mineral is. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Okay. Felt that. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north, powers of earth, hence the crystal oracle. What is the element of earth? To help the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. This is coming a little cloudy. There's some static on the channel. What do they need? Their element of earth, the fuel, to feed the fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire using their element of fire of imagination, this new to full September, October 2022. Azurite, a third eye stone. I have a little piece of it. Azurite, malachite grows together. Everybody knows malachite. Not everybody is aware of azurite. From the word azure, like blue, right? Azure, Côte d'Azur. I have used azurite in my own personal practice. It's definitely a third eye stone, I would say. But let's see what this says for you. Now, even with glasses, I still need, these lenses need some polishing. Azurite. Self-confidence, creativity, and expanding awareness. So, self-confidence, how much of that comes from imagination, right? And drag queens have said it, right? You have to have a certain amount of delusional self-confidence to pull that off, right? Believe in yourself, for you have the ability to materialize your dreams, hence imagination. Like I said, daydreams, sleepy dreams, aspirational dreams. Throughout the coming months, you will begin to expand your horizons and explore new possibilities for your life. You will realize that all you need in order to manifest your dreams is self-confidence. This is exactly what the 5-card draws are about, right? Believe in yourself and do not let anything stand in your way. Well, you're an Aries. Or a cross-watcher, but still Aries. They don't usually let things stand in their way too long. Even if you are rejected, do not give up, for even rejection can serve to strengthen your resolve and character, provided you are ready for it. Expect it and see it as something you can learn from. Success is guaranteed, provided you remain focused and confident, which is very Aries. Well, I mean, Leo is fixed fire. That's a bit more focused. But once you guys put your minds to something, sign of Aries. That should be the Aries hand signal, secret handshake, head slap. See every experience as an opportunity to learn. And certainly you can what? Imagine that. You may not be able to hold that vision all day long, all day, every day, 24/7, 365. But, you know, grab something blue, right? Slap it on your third eye every now and again. Confidence, right? Believe in yourself. Oh, and I have remembered this time to actually keep this here. Self-confidence, creativity, expanding awareness, in case in the moment I cannot remember those specific keywords. So, fire needs air, the element of air. We are using the Healing with the Angels Oracle. The element of mind. Obviously, imagination is more element of air, thought, than perhaps the other elements. So we're going to call upon the healing angels. 2 ways to do these cards. I think both are often relevant for me, at least. One is whatever the word is on the card. Look it up, research it, find the ancient meaning of it, right? Contemplate it, think about it. Get that third eye fed that way. The other is these are actual healing angels that you can call upon, but they don't come unless you call. They don't show up at your door. They don't call without texting first. That's a new rule. Somebody tell Bill Maher, that's a new rule. So let's see what the element of air is, because fire can't exist without air, but air can exist without fire. In other words, your desires can't really grow unless you feed them the appropriate vibrational thoughts. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the angels and archangels of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south, the angels of Archangel Michael, the legions of Michael, please. One card in clarity for the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Their element of air to help them stoke the fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire in their imagination, with that azurite, that self-confidence, right? That expanding awareness, which definitely is an element of air thing. So please, who's waiting in the wings with their wings outstretched, ready to zoom in at the immediate call of the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers this new to full September, October. Well, ain't it just your own guardian angel? Guardian angel is your higher self, really. Look it up. Golden Dawn. How far back do you want to go? The Order of the Golden Dawn, I think, one of the ceremonial magician groups. I can't remember all this stuff. It's a lot to remember. But they're the ones that call the golden solar angels the higher self. So not separate from you at all, but your higher self is your divinity. That's why on Patreon I got humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddess, but human, hero, immortal, god is my way of defining spiritual evolution, right? So your higher self experiences all of your lives, past, present, and future, simultaneously. The soul is the one that takes that as a linear journey, a hero's journey, right? So the immortal part of you, the soul, takes the hero's journey of the personality in a human form. Like Russian stacking dolls, right? Multi-dimensional being. So it doesn't shock me that the Aries would turn and talk to and call to and meditate with whatever your gig is, their own higher self, your own true self, transpersonal self, Christ self, Buddha self. It's been called a lot of things, both the superego to an extent even, I guess, the oversoul, Jane Roberts, Oversoul 7, right? All that stuff. So look, there's a lot of material out there about this that you could read about. Even just sitting in silence and say, okay, higher self, guardian angel, whatever, hi. Because there is a law of non-intervention with this stuff, just like the Prime Directive on Star Trek, right? You can't intervene unless they ask for help. Right? Just like a little child, Aries is the child of the zodiac, right? Wheel popped off its toy, head popped off the doll, pick your metaphor, screaming, crying, can't fix it, and the parent, the adult, looks down and just you want help? Pops it right back on, right? So to call upon a higher power, but look, a lot of people engage their higher self through visualization, through meditation, through contemplation, but certainly with imagination. And if you break apart the word of imagination, Ation, A-T-I-O-N, is a contraction of the word action. So the action of imaging. Play with the words. I'm telling you, go look them up on Google. Just say, hey, what is the origins of this word? And the original meanings can bring so much more clarity and precision to a reading, but in a general one, hard to do. Shall we? The element of water. We use the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo Hartfield. Really lovely deck, not a womp card in the deck, but this is your element of water, the emotional stuff, right? The heart-centered stuff, the juice to the spell, right? Hold on one second, please. Sorry, my cats are a little off the wall today. This is actually the second time me doing this recording because feline intervention left, right, and center. As I was saying, Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. And here you've got your higher self. Now, if anybody else is involved in this, their higher selves are involved in the drawing of this card as well. So, like I said, you got to put the juice in the spell. They'll put your heart into it, the emotions into it. Otherwise, power of 3 will set us free. Really, ladies? Kick it up a notch. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Thank you. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the Whisper of Love for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, the piece of information, inspiration, insight they need, the element of water, the heart power, the divinity. Love is divine power to bring to this intentional work, this spell, this seed of fire, their heart's desire that's in their imagination with that azurite. I keep getting that self-confidence is really key, as is that expanded awareness, that ability to concentrate and not give up. Yes, there may be rejection, but it's a learning experience. And certainly to call upon their own guardian angel here, which is their higher self, at least how they've shown it to me over the past 30 or 40 years. So please, one card in clarity, the whisper of love. What's the information, inspiration, insight needed for the Aries and the cross watchers this new to full September, October 2022? Treasure your loved ones. So others are involved here. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So here's the tea. The higher self, it doesn't judge because it sees the whole picture. Right? It sees that it couldn't happen any other way. Like all of our regrets, all of our errors were just part of a hero's journey, written into the quantum hologram of all of this before we ever incarnated, right? We are eternal immortal beings in human form on a hero's journey. So yes, our imaginations are important, but if our loved ones that we want to treasure dearly are perhaps non-local, perhaps non-incarnate anymore, particularly those who have crossed over, then this is a really great way to communicate, but from a heart vibe, not necessarily all third eye. And yet it does take an expanded awareness. Just the idea of saying, all right, I'm not a body, and I'm not my personality. That's written in. Okay? But I am this immortal soul. Right? I am this immortal being that has been on this planet over and over and over and over and over again in order to do certain things, to develop certain things, right? To experience different things. Because, you know, dark chocolate with sea salt, I'm pretty sure is what sealed the deal to get me in on this one, this lifetime, except for my hair. I was like, oh, I'll take that hair. That's fine. But particularly in treasuring loved ones, that can be a very, very powerful thing for the Aries vibe in general, that intense, passionate, creative love. But to treasure definitely speaks of that holding on. Now, the expanded awareness, you might be able to see more unity than division, more love than fear. But again, that imagination is going to be key. Wow, okay, they just flashed into my head an exercise from Louise Hay, and you can heal your life. If there are people in your life that you're having some issues with, imagine them as a small child. Go look it up. I mean, Louise Hay, goddess rest her soul, a very, very powerful healing force in my life back in the 80s when the book first came out. But, you know, eventually became a global empire, Hay House. So definitely go check that out. Your skills of visualization can be very healing for you, but with the assistance of your own higher self that knows the contracts, right? Your own sacred contract, your soul contracts, twin flame, soulmate, family, lovers, all of that. So that you can perhaps treasure them for not just the good, what you like, what you got, what you wanted, but also how they served you by not giving you what you wanted, but maybe giving you what you needed, which is sometimes what you did not want at all. Interesting. Remember, your parents aren't your parents in every life. The souls are your parents, right? Why? Why would you come back with the same parents every single lifetime over and over and over again? No, of course not. Of course not. Right? An actor, a true artist, wants versatility, wants to develop their chops. I really don't think there's such thing as a character actor soul. No, I'm just going to play the same kind of... I'm just going to be an ingenue every time. Said nobody ever. So, last card down of the 5, the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. It gets you a mantra to help you do this, right? So you plant the seed, right? Do the spell, the intention of imagination with azurite or something similar. I mean, honestly, lapis, sodalite will do. Clear quartz does everything. Calling in your own guardian angel, your own higher self, keeping my eyes on my cats. Treasuring your loved ones. And don't start with the hard ones, right? My loved ones immediately are my 3 black cats, my 3 boys. Sebastian, Balthazar, and Melchior, my boys, right? But also my parents and my close dear friends, you know? And to get that heart open can charge not just a spell, but any intentional work with the divine power of love. And I'm not talking that hallmarky kind of love. I mean, it's fine. But I'm talking about true love. Please take a nice deep breath. Healing mantra. Breathe. Still point. as I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because this could be about anything. It all depends on what the Aries is imagining for weal or woe, right? Helping, hindering, hurting, aligning, or dividing by their own free will. What is the perfect healing mantra, the card of spirit, to charge this intention work, this spell, with imagination, their element of fire, for whatever they're yearning for, they're burning for, whatever they truly in their hearts desire, with that azurite, self-confidence, creativity, there's our word, cardinal fires, and self-confidence, calling upon their guardian angel, even if that means, all right, well, I may not have confidence in my human or my hero self, or maybe even the soul, but I can have confidence in my higher self, my own guardian angel, bit by bit. They do more than get you parking spots, trust me. They understand our contracts and who we are better than we do, so that they can treasure their loved ones, bringing a really strong heart vibe here. What's the perfect healing mantra? Knock it out of the park to help them manifest what it is they yearn for, they burn for, their heart's desire, this new moon in Libra to their full moon in Aries, September, October 2022. Amplifying Abundance in the title, I'm sure. Abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. It's been a while since this card that came up, so it's been a while since I've done the jingle, but it's very Looney Tunes. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Hey, abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. This one, however, has a contractual agreement in it, amplifying abundance, and I use this a lot. Like a lot. I weave this into my daily prayer and meditation work pretty much every day. Amplifying abundance. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. When you are abundant, you feel confident, self-confidence, there with the azurite stone, that life will always meet your needs. Your wants necessarily, but your needs, whether things go according to plan or not. Abundance is not a matter of having more than enough, but of seeing from the soul's perspective that only your ideas and beliefs can ever limit your experience, hence the expanded awareness again in that Azurite Oracle. Abundance is, here we go, here's the lawyer part. Abundance is a readiness to be supported by the universe in exchange, there's the legal language, for letting your light shine at full capacity. Now, letting your light shine at full capacity, light is truth. To let your truth, your creativity, your point of view, your voice, your authentic, your higher self essentially, may not always feel that way, to shine its light at full capacity, right? So it is, I'm going to shine my light at full capacity, and I'll be given the support by the universe as a result of that. It's a symbiotic gig. This mantra is ideal for unraveling beliefs of lack and scarcity, and you cannot have a thought of fear without lack or a thought of lack without fear, according to the Course in Miracles, and I've looked at that all sorts of different ways and find it to be the truth. Overcoming fear. And increasing confidence. Oh, come on now. Get yourself a piece of azurite. Right? It's, you wear, eyelash glue it to your forehead, Apparently it's just liquid latex. You just pop it right off. So here what's going to happen. I'm going to put this together in what we call a blessimation. Over on Patreon, it's a blessing and a summation. We do these for real. We've got the hardware, the torch of Archangel Ariel here. And then we'll chat a little bit at the end if you want to hang around for it as I release the Aries Collective. And I love you. Hang in there. Breathe. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need. This new moon in Libra to their full moon in Aries, that they can amplify abundance, because abundance is everybody's birthright, but they can receive it now by opening their heart and treasuring their loved ones at a distance, in the body, not in the body, does not matter the form, their loved ones, which would of course bring them into alignment with their guardian angel that loves everybody unconditionally. Actually, on that level, it's called all-encompassing, no longer unconditional, because unity is obvious to them. And of course, that would be grounded through their own self-confidence, their own creativity, their own expanded awareness, which is exactly what the higher self is, using the gateway to manifest their heart's desire of imagination, the divine ones not being something so separate from them, but literally who they really are underneath it all. So imagination now sets them free. So divine ones, they send their thanks to thee for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. So it is. Yeah, I mean, because you got to imagine, to engage your creativity, right? To even imagine that you are a higher soul. You don't have an higher soul. You don't have a soul. You are a soul. You are a higher self. But certainly, if abundance is your birthright, that's the exchange. You got to let your light shine at full capacity, and you can do that bit by bit by bit by bit over a 2-week period. Beautiful. So did you like it? Hit the thumbs up. I'm not monetized on YouTube anymore, so it literally just helps other people find the video as well as my work. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Maybe I'm moving, maybe I don't. I don't know. I have surrendered that to the divine plan. I'm like, show me what I need to do moment by moment, and I'll do my best. Lisa Loeb and all. And if you want the deeper experience, a deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, just come Patreon on Patreon. Just go check it out. $5 a month USD gets you a whole lot. That's my lowest tier of subscription. Gods and goddesses get everything on there, and there's a spectrum of prices and all of that in there, so just go check it out. We're really having a great time there, and I think you'd enjoy it a lot. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box to a video called Booking a Reading with Mal, M-A-L, they are my initials. Explains it all for you, just like Clarissa. And no, a new joke hasn't come in yet, and I have to say, I'm waiting on it. Otherwise, wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed this new moon in Libra to your full moon in Aries. My beloved Rams, really, abundance is your birthright, and I receive it now. Just put that Looney Tune mantra in your head and watch what happens. I love you. Hang in there. Now, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.